Why is it so important to lower noise from ships?
Underwater noise affects the marine life. We know that whales and dolphins are affected. We've seen that for a long time. But now we know that also fishes and invertebrates such as lobsters and crayfish are affected by underwater noise. And ships are the main contributors of underwater noise. Airborne noise affects a lot of people living close to ports. Now with cities growing, there's a pressure from the cities to put more and more houses close to the harbors, the ports. And that raises a lot of complaints that we see are increasing. Noise is the main reason for complaints on the work environment on board ships, so it's really important to look at how you can lower this noise so that the people feel happier working on board ships. When you run the ship Vinga on LNG instead of diesel, it does get quieter on the ship, even though you run it on the same engine, which we thought was actually a little bit surprising. It was a really positive result, and the crew were even more positive. They thought that you can hardly even hear the engine, which we think is because especially these low frequencies are strongly reduced when you run on LNG instead of diesel.
We have participated in this project to try to find out if our new vessels are better, the use of our ducted propellers and our choice to lower the design speed have made the vessels more silent in the water, and also that our efforts we have done to lower the noise in the air will be visible in this study we have done.
The underwater noise, is it possible to say something about the difference there looking at the Furetank vessels?
We do see some trends that the newer vessels in the Vinga series are indeed quieter than the vessels in the West series. Now, we're not exactly sure what that depends on. We'll have to do another study for that. But it was a really pleasing results and a good reward, I think, for all the efforts of Furetank to work on their environmental performance.
What is your general conclusion about modern propulsion and the emission of noise?
I think it's beneficial for noise emissions, both in air and on board. Noise is really lower when you move to electrical LNG propulsion. In the water, the differences are not as strong, but there are definitely differences there as well. So in general, it's beneficial. With all the transition to green shipping happening now, we should really consider noise as well and think about the co-benefits of making shipping carbon neutral and trying to reduce the fuel consumption, because there are lots of co-benefits there when you do that, and it's important to keep that in mind.